How's it going, everyone? Got another video for you today here in sunny California, and we are going to be installing this next modification. Spare wheel subwoofer. We're going to be replacing a Harman Kardon subwoofer with a plug-and-play amp and a plug-and-play subwoofer from ARS 24. It just got delivered today, finally, all the way from Germany. So let's go ahead and get started. Did crush my finger while camping. Just got that bandaged up, got myself on some antibiotics, so I'm gonna be moving a little bit slower today, but let's make it happen. All right, with everything removed back here, I removed the top cover, all the stuff that is in the way. Moved all this stuff to the side. We're gonna unscrew this guy. Once you got that unfastened, we're just gonna go ahead and unplug our stock subwoofer. And this whole thing is just gonna come right out like so. I mean, I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but that is a very tiny paper thin subwoofer. Not a, right, let's open up this amplifier first. Well, that's great. Just kidding. I think I opened the wrong package. I think this is my sister's for her kids. Whoops. Alrighty, let's look at this beauty right here. We got some instructions. Great opportunity for me to brush up on my German. The optional Air 2 amplifier. And the new sub right there. Ooh, this is gonna be a lot of fun. And here we go. I got it out of the box. Got some instructions here. Wiring harness. This guy right here. Let's get started. Caught up on the instructions. You're gonna go ahead and twist this guy out as well after you remove the subwoofer. Just give it a turn and it comes out like so. Now we gotta open some of the stuff a little bit early to kind of familiarize myself with this, but essentially you're gonna be taking off this guy and some of these side panels. Let's start here one by one, and we're gonna go ahead and start with this one. Alrighty, that panel came off literally like in 5 seconds. You just pull up from the bottom and it comes right out. So we're just gonna set that off to the side and work on the next ones. Okay. Of course I did. Disconnected the battery. And now with the battery reconnected, we're gonna go ahead and move our driver's seat all the way up front so that our rear seat can fall flat like so. And we're gonna remove this panel next. Got myself some pry tools here that I've had for a while. We're gonna go ahead and get underneath this, pop this guy up and push that way. Okay. Literally just got in underneath here and pushed like so until this guy loosened up. Now we are free and clear to move on. Alrighty. We went ahead and removed this panel, came underneath here, just brought it outward on both sides. These clips, I want to give you a look at the back of the panel here. I need to pull these out of the car themselves. They're still embedded in the car. Once I get those clips out, put them back in here. This panel I'm going to set off to the side. Once you got that clip removed, next step is to remove this guy. This guy I think comes out just a pull out clip right here. One of those pop out ones. And then just nicely encourage it to come out and save it for later. All right, guys, looking in here, back where the seatbelt is, you're gonna remove same thing with that one, that clip as well. That one is T25, by the way. The one in there. Once those two button clips are out and the T25 is unscrewed, actually that screws from here. Just gonna pop this panel off by pulling outward, and we're on to our next step. With that guy out of the way, you're gonna remove 1, 2, And then move this panel off to the side. Another screw right here and another one in here. And then this thing just slides right out. Alrighty guys, apologies for the wind noise if it's picking up a little bit, but just put something in there to wedge it in there. Get this guy open because it is attached to the seat hinge over there. Can't really take it off. So next, we're just gonna go ahead, pick this guy up. This purple-ish one. And we're just gonna unplug the old sound system. Let me take a look on how to do this here. I think there's a tab holding it. Yep. I'm gonna press down right here. There's a little nub like sticking out. Press and slide this lever up. We are gonna disconnect this guy. Okay. It does come with a wiring harness kind of kit. There's two large ends here. There's only really one that can plug directly into the car, so you're gonna go ahead and plug that one in and lock it into place, like so. You're then going to take this other end and plug it in here where this one used to be plugged in. Alrighty, this guy right here, the one with that little, I don't know, module looking type thing. We're gonna plug it in to the amplifier right there on this side. Alrighty, you're gonna take this guy, this end, and plug it in right here into the high output side and leave that one unplugged. All right, bear with me guys. I'm actually watching an install video on how to do this, but it's in German. So that's actually part of the reason why I'm doing this video, as I do it along myself. Making it in English so that you don't have to learn German. We're gonna take this guy and plug it in to this end right here. So it does come with double-sided Velcro tape in the kit. What you're basically gonna do is attach it to the back, attach it to the car, and tuck all of this away like so, and then tuck some of these wires away in here in this crevice and make it all looking nice and neat. And I think I'm gonna find a way to zip tie this a little bit more neatly because I don't want this out and loose as I drive this car around on the daily. All right, got it Velcroed in, nice and secure. Now time to get these wires tucked away. All right, wires are tucked away. This is how I got mine up here, away from the tensioner. Amplifier is tucked away. And the step you need to complete before you start reversing and closing all this up is I went ahead and plugged back the battery back in. I hooked up the harness to the sub. And then I hooked up the subwoofer to the car. Plugged the battery back in. I turned on a heavy bass song, and this step, thank you to Negative Agency on Reddit for this, for the instructions on doing this. Essentially, you turn your Harman Kardon system subwoofer setting up all the way, pick a bass heavy song, and then with a screwdriver on the amplifier, adjust your gain knob until you kind of have it where you want it. I just did what he did and went up on it until it got to a point where it's thumping pretty good, but not hitting the point of distortion. It was about 25% from minimum, same as his. And once that was all set up, I basically unhooked the subwoofer to get it out of the way, tuck everything away, and now just reinstalling the panel. And I will be back as soon as I'm done reinstalling all this plastic. All right, guys, all of our trim is installed. Everything's put back here. Some of the clips broke here. Nothing super glue couldn't fix. Subwoofer is installed. And now we're gonna have my nephew do the honors and plug that in.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Like this?
Yes. Plugged in?
Yeah, plugged in.
Good job. Thanks.
Welcome.
Alrighty. That's all there is to it. Just gonna put this guy back on and we're all set. Thanks for watching.